to fix it, you can't change it all. You're just another looking up at a mirror ball. Just like a child's play. Somebody help me. I've been feeling somebody help me. Still believing that this was somebody help me. I've been meaning to let you know. It's time now for me to go. Somebody help me.
It's the Celtics in Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. And it's been home cooking for the Kings in the midst of a homestand here in Sacramento. And, of course, Jaylen Brown. And you wonder how they'll do without him. We'll soon find out.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
Now Murray. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Vucevic pulls it down. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders that do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
And Westbrook, here we go. Shots good by Sabonis.
A pretty careful three-point shooter. Sabonis clearly liked that look.
Pass to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Westbrook. Oh, my goodness, the slam.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Right side, Sabonis. Here's Murray. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Clock at 2. Here's DeRozan. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. White, left side. Celtics passing it around. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Westbrook, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Fires from deep. And Kawhi Leonard with the three. Leonard's got his second basket of the night. Pass to Murray. Here's DeRozan. Outside for Murray. Levine for three. Drops in the tray.
The response, Levine hitting that three right back at you.
You know, RJ, when you think of the top scorers in the NBA, Zach LaVine can get overlooked.
Yeah, Levine's career scoring average is over 20 points a game. We're talking about under 100 guys have done that in league history.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's sent back by White. Exum with it. Guarded by Hunter. Cuts off the pass. From deep. Kept alive. Out to Carter. And stolen by Tatum. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Fades and shoots. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Rebounded by Exum. Boston leading by 4. Tatum drives in.
Exploding at the rim. Tatum shows you the right way to finish off a drive.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The shot by Monk is no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Now here is Carter. No scoring in this one. In the corner, it's Monk. 5 on the clock. And then Monk with the dunk.
Injecting energy into his team. That is what Malik Monk does.
And it's Exum in the corner. Tatum looking around. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
Boston, 16.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
Here There's Leonard, and Sabonis pulls it down. Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The fifth head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Out left to the wing. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here's Shireman. Up again. Right wing. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Leonard. It's stolen by DeRozan. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Westbrook. And the Kings take on two more. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stand? With authority!
That is a monster finish.
Oh.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Kings.
And Levine with the slam.
Oh, Zach LaVine, he's already won multiple dunk contests. Maybe another?
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kawhi puts it down hard.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Now Westbrook. He has 6. A dunk by Westbrook.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Leonard on the wing. And the 3 off target. Kings leading out by 8. And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis. They're historic. But how would you surround him to make a deep run?
Well, I might try to pair him with another rim protector. Sabonis is a nice focal point offensively, but he's not a big-time shot blocker.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And the Kings with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Carter looking around. And then Carter with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And the dunk by Tatum.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Kings going into last season, bringing an experienced closer in DeMar DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis said it's what we needed. More veterans. We're a young team. We all know we're good, but it never hurts to have one of those big-time NBA players on the team for confidence, for backup, for everything. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allen. Garza pulls it in. Celtics trailed by 5. Tatum. Oh, wow!
That is powerful. One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Shireman. Scoreless thus far. To the wing on the left. Here's Hauser. And he hits it to tie the game up.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game play. Here's Queta. Banked in. Off the glass. Queta's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Pass to Queta. It's Exum on the wing. And stolen by Hunter. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Pass to Sabonis. All alone. Good on the jump shot. 9 points for Sabonis. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Clock at 6. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Fades. Vucevic with the rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Murray outside. Off target from outside. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. Tatum jackhammers it in.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He could just blow by you so easy.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
And the jam by Levine.
One of the best dunkers of this era. Levine loves to put on a show.
There's no doubt Sabonis has developed RJ into one of the best big men in the NBA. A double-double machine.
Yeah, and what's most impressive about his 2024 performance, he had a game where he was the first player in NBA history to have a triple-double without missing a shot, turning the ball over, or committing a foul. It was literally a perfect game.
Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Above the rim, Westbrook making his presence felt.
Outside Tatum. Outside Leonard. And it's Boston with another.
totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Sabonis. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Sabonis has got 5 points in the quarter. Outside Tatum. And he elevates for the slam. Domantas Sabonis did not like that at all.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
LaVine for 3. Pass to DeRozan. There's a screen by Murray. A wide open look here for DeRozan. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
That's what you get with a veteran presence. DeRozan was tracking the shot clock the entire time.
Up top, Tatum. 21 points in the game. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Kings.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul.
Timeout.
That's foul number 2 for him. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Carter down low. Wide open. Count the basket. He's got 9.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Celtics making a switch here. Here's Shireman. They get it again. Here's Kata. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Celtics trail by 5. .125 left in the third quarter. Pass to Shireman. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kata. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Malik Monk is a key player for the Kings. He said, coming to the organization, I felt like I could bring an energy that Zach had been waiting for. And it's a comfortable fit. Coming here slows everything down. I can just focus on my craft in hand, and it's been working for me. Back to you.
He's played great for him. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Pass to Hunter. Back to Carter. Picked away. Here's Benton. And the shot goes down. Now just a 1-point Kings lead.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Substitution. Number 43, Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Shireman. Back to Leonard. With 1 on the clock. And it's in! Wow, he nails the buzzer beater!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
The Celtics. 57.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the King. They lead by 1. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Kicks it out to Leonard to take the lead. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Leonard looking over the floor. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap, guys."
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Outside Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. There's Sabonis. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trailed by 6. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Puts the move on. And Tatum hammers it home.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Steps back. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And the Kings lead by 7.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Westbrook throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that one.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Pass to Westbrook. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Sabonis. A rebound by the Celtics. Left side, Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor. Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Exum deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by DeRozan. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
All of that experience coming together. DeRozan knows when his team needs a bucket, he's the one.
Celtics trail by 5.
All right, fans, get up.
Now here's Leonard.
Sacramento Kings Street Team.
Unloads. Buries the jumper.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Oh, the slam dunk.
LaVine has always seen himself as a top-tier player, and he continues to prove it with his play.
That one misses for LaVine. Tatum. Murray rips down the board. Kings leading out by 5. Here's LaVine. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Just 5 to shoot. Now Westbrook. Late in the clock, he gets it to fall.
Vintage Russ, he just keeps coming. What a night.
White inside. Tatum fires. Cleared away by Sabonis. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
The unique skill set Sabonis possesses is really outstanding. This man is a versatile scorer, a talented rebounder, and an exceptional passer also. The guy you want taking this shot. Tatum gets fired up and delivers.
And LaVine finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about. Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the clutch.
LaVine double team. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead, trying to close that door.
White, strong move off the glass.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leading by 5. And there's the drive. And he jams it in. It's stolen by DeRozan. Layup, no good. So it's Sacramento picking up the win.